billionaire in Omaha, Nebraska. Just because he's worth more money.
What, like on 100 acres of land, too?
No, it's just in a neighborhood.
Really?
I'm sure he has properties elsewhere,
yeah.
but he primarily just lives in his original home.
And that's how rich people stay rich, right? Living like wealthy. No, I shouldn't say rich. I should say wealthy.
Over $30-some billion. I'm sure he could afford that.
So it's like there's
McMansion in Arlington if he wanted to.
There's a difference between rich and wealthy. So I mean, Warren Buffett being wealthy, he could buy the planet Earth if he wanted to. Like Elon Musk, he could buy me. I would be like, okay, what are we doing today? Like, where are you taking me?
Just like we said, putting people on boats so you can afford
that. To believe it or not.
Really?
He's not. According to certain... dude, I read the internet a lot. It's crazy.
So you believe everything?
No. Well, certain things come up. Such as his company, Tesla, is actually not doing that well.
I heard that.
Yes. So he had sold off a bunch of his shares, and he was in some sort of money... not necessarily money laundering, but like... messing around with the stock market and stuff like that. So he got in trouble for that. And he was like, I still have SpaceX, I still have Hyperloop, I still have like all these, different corporations, different ideas, different technologies, the batteries, the solar panels, there's like a ton of different things for him. But, I mean, all of those are making money for him. As far as Tesla, he's scaling it back. He's not really sure what he wants to do in order to have people buy electric cars. And it's really hurting his business. And he had to sink a ton, millions, into the business in order to even keep it afloat.
You should just go into one city and just fund the whole city with vehicles. Like Cleveland, Ohio. Like, just everyone in Cleveland, Ohio is going to get this model of vehicle.
Just give him a blank check and... restart button, pretty much.
Right, you know what I mean? And then just branch out right from there. Like, it starts in Cleveland, Ohio, and just starts circling out. Like, when you think about it, right, what's his name is, and as crazy as he is, Adolf Hitler created Volkswagen because that was the idea, was to get a cheaper car into the hands of his people. Mm-hmm. And now look at Volkswagen, like, it's a good name, good, I mean, as crazy as he was, that's not a bad idea when you think about it. But we live in this country where capitalism runs everything. It's they want that car dead. Why would you want someone to be able to get electricity into a car and then don't have fossil fuels? And look at solar energy.
Well, Elon Musk is actually working on free Wi-Fi for the world. I don't know if you guys have heard.
Oh, the satellite system.
The satellite system. He already has two existing satellites in space right now to start I think they call it the gate or something like that. And once he gets it started, he's going to offer free Wi-Fi to the world.
That man has way too much power.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that...
Way too much money. And that's the thing. Like, you have too much power, you have too much money, you have too many things going on right now.
So, Elon Musk has the potential to be the next Hitler. Got it. Got it.
And so you can't label him as Hitler. You can't label him
only because Volkswagen...
he is not power hungry. And that's the thing. He wants to share everything that he has with everyone else. His ideas
with his people.
No. Tesla, before they actually came out with the newest Tesla models, he gave away every single one of his blueprints. Put them out on the web and said, if you can better this, if you think you could do better, I offer this to you. The people, these free blueprints.
I heard that other car companies do that, actually. That they have competitions, and when they do get a better model sent to them, they patent it. And that way, they can't.
That's smart.
Yeah,
That's smart.
That way they're not going to build an efficient car because.
I mean, he's not a dummy for having billions of dollars.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but you also have to remember that he also fired, a Tesla is in space at some point.
The car,
yeah.
But I think isn't that coming back down soon, though?
No, that's
I remember reading that thing...
outer space now. Like outer reaches of space.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought I heard that it was in orbit, but it was just losing speed.
It was the first car on Mars that's going to land into Mars. I
No
don't know if
way.
it's landed.
That's
You
gonna
can't
be
afford
it.
that.
That's going to be what happened with the dinosaurs. Like a Tesla's going to smash into the sun, and that's going to be it. That's
I'm telling you, Google it. It's an interesting read. He wants to have the first car on Mars, which is going to be the Tesla, whatever thing that he shot into space, and it's going to land on Mars and crash into Mars.
So when the Martians discover it, they're like, look at this outdated piece of trash.
This don't even fly.
Like, what? Send it back.
Leap blurp,
Put a green screen around our rovers the whole time, make it look Tesla. Is this what they're sending us now?
Look at these Earth, like, they're so dumb.
We're making a junkyard out of that planet already.
Do you think when they fly by, if there are aliens, when they fly by Earth, they lock their doors? Do you think they're like, guys really mess some crazy stuff
Roll up the windows.
Oh, man.
Because think about it.
Honey, grab the children!
We all get to live in it now, right? But history gets to repeat itself all the time. If you look at what's going on with America right now and the way that the economy is and the way that the people are like, yeah, the economy's great for the rich. When they talk about the stock market, stock market's up. You think I care about the stock? I don't have enough money to be in the stock market, just like the rest of the 90% of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, great that the stock market's up. Great. Oh, it's down. Let me buy some grapes. I tried to get grapes for $1.49 a pound and $7.90. Strawberries are on sale. Great. While you're crying about stock, like you think if the stock market crashes tomorrow, you really think I'm jumping out the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth floor? No, I don't care. Oh, great. Doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, we're not getting pay raises for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so when you look at it, like the Romans and stuff, we literally are just like the Romans when it comes to they're poor. Right? It's just the fact that they know that if they don't have us working and giving us something so we can at least pretend that we're making it, that we would all rise up above it, you know? And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, look at the technology now. When you're talking Facebook and Twitter, we talked about it last week. What do you think Martin Luther King could have did if he had Twitter? Or if he had Facebook or YouTube?
That's a great point.
I was talking with someone one time and they're like, not many people want to get involved anymore. That's because everyone just gave up. Everyone just has no will to want to push through anything anymore. Just, I've hit my peak. I'm lower middle class. There's no middle class. There's poor. There's us, and there's them. And we constantly try to get to their point. And when we do get to that point, we will never get there because we feel bad and we want to try to bring people along with us.
Yeah, true.
You know, like when you talk about Warren Buffett, like, yeah, he'll take time and talk to people. But you have to be a billionaire to be able to talk to him. You don't think he's talking to me or any of you guys. He's talking to LeBron James. He's talking to
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Justin Bieber.
You know? And that's really so when you look at it, history repeats itself. So they'll give you enough to feed yourself. But, I mean, here's the thing, right? They'll use anything to divide anybody. You look at Democrats and Republicans or you look at gun issues. For example, guns. Everyone wants to have their Second Amendment right, which is fine. But the idea of a Second Amendment is to be able to defend yourself against a tyrannical government. The government comes in here right now and says that they're going to take your house. They're taking it. You ain't stopping it with your AK-47. Okay, you're going to go crazy. You're going to shoot up a couple people. You're going to make a little noise. They want to press a button. They want to fire a rocket down from the skies from a missile. And what's his name's got 2 satellites up there trying to get free Wi-Fi. That sounds like a bad Marvel movie. He gets the third or the fourth one. The next thing you know, it's just going to be coordinates.
And then there's Terminators everywhere.
That's it. That's what the end game is. Technology is going to end up taking over. You look at artificial intelligence. You have people that debate. Robots can literally have an argument, and they just go online and get the answer. And then you argue with something else, and then they go back. Just like the Terminator movies. That's going to be it.
If you let's take this for instance, right? Elon Musk shoots up 100 satellites into orbit. And that's exactly what his plans are, is over 100 satellites to cover the globe. As a government, like, what do you say to someone that wants to give up free Wi-Fi? Like, all these companies are going to be like, dude, why are you giving this out for free? What do you have to gain from it?
Well, you're not putting it up in Russia.
That's the major question. Like, what does he have to gain from offering this service for free?
Look at the guys in, what's his name, Kim Jong-un. His people literally believe that he doesn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Literally, they believe that. Literally believe that this guy doesn't... Everyone else in the country has to go on a toilet but him.
No number 1 or number 2.
He was born with two rainbows that met right in a perfect spot. His grandfather played 18 holes of golf and got a score of 18. Like, when you really think about, like, when you hit people, like, when they go about Korea, is it North Korea? North Korea. When you talk about North Korea, right? Why are we arguing with this guy? I would go there with 5 or 6 ships. I would give them free Wi-Fi, and I would go over the country with smartphones. And I would let them just all Google craziness. You know, like, they can't
Google craziness.
Just like you lock it in so you can only find stuff out about your imperial leader.
Well, they have.
You go to that website, it's just Wikipedia.
The reason we have to be so
It's
careful.
preloaded.
yeah.
I can't necessarily say that I condone or also, hate on Kim Jong-il. But the way that he does it is immaculate. Because he lets his people know, this is what I do. This is where I'm at. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for my people.
Oh, he got his grandfather, who founded North Korea, was a guerrilla fighter that beat the Japanese out of Korea during the Second World War, and then started the Korean War. And then Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, pretty much copied Stalin based on giving people gifts to show, like, you had nothing, I gave you this because I control everything. But now Kim Jong-un, if right when he took power, he could have won the Nobel Peace Prize if he just opened the doors enough to be like, all right, feed my people, give us common amenities. The only thing is I get to keep my power, but I'll let the UN keep an eye on me. And he just didn't do that, so he just knows that as of now, what they do is they just have pretty much the nukes pointed at Seoul, South Korea, which is, I think, 1.2 million people. Mm-hmm. So if any aggression happens that he feels legitimately threatened, he kills all those South Korean people.
Yeah, but being with America, right, in the biggest country in the world, we all agree because we're Americans, and that's what we've been fed, right? Because we don't have many freedoms anymore either when you really look at it.
America sucks. Not to say that America sucks. Like, if you look at the numbers, economically, educationally, physically, the United States is in a poor position right now. Like, we're not even an economic power in any sort of the matter.
Oh, we're still economically powerful. It's just
that
people love being ignorant to
20?
everything else, though.
I want to say we're probably top 20.
We're still the biggest economy in the world. Just ahead of China. But we are their economy.
Yeah.
Well, see, and here's the thing. We also owe trillions of dollars to China.
But if we ever pulled out our industry from there, they would crash. They would go into revolution.
Well, I mean,
along
with
with their people.
Them. First things first, we're stiffing them on their money.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever's over in China right now listening, you're getting, at one point in time, the well's going to run dry. And you're not going to get anything. But, like, really, when it comes down to it, right, and the way that things are, Trump, Obama, Clinton, Bush, whatever, I would have looked at him and I would have said, listen, if you threaten us one time, I just bomb you into oblivion. Like, that's it. And if anyone else has any problems with it, the UN or this, we'll handle that. We'll deal with it. But if this guy is going to point a missile or pretend to point a missile or threaten to point a missile, we're just going to bomb him. That's it.
Well, he's been shooting, 18, 20, probably 30 nuclear-tipped warheads. Not even nuclear-tipped, but like warheads into the Seoul or the
Japanese Sea.
the Japanese Sea, Sea of Japan. And
which they made out of like plastic bottles,
pretty much.
Like Gilligan's Island is over there.
Yeah. So he's bombing Marianne and Skipper.
Yeah, basically, dude. Like,
but I mean, you're in South Korea, and you're looking at these missiles flying overhead, like, shh. And you're like, wow, that's great. I'm in constant turmoil and afraid for my life because this person, mentally stable or not, has that finger on that button, and you have to play the card that you're dealt. And the fact that South Korea isn't really a huge market leader in anything. That's the same thing that's happening in Iran right now. Iran had a huge thing with the OPEC market, and as soon as they said, "Oh, well, we're going to label Iran as terrorists," boom, like they were like, "Oh, we're instantly going to have war with you." What? Because I called your huge regime terrorists. Well, that's what happens. Like, you need to play the game. And unfortunately, Trump isn't very good at the game.
No, he's terrible. No finesse.